You are not the same person you were in a photograph taken 10 years ago. Not metaphorically. Chemically. This is a video about impermanence, about the invisible turnover happening right now in your body, and what it means that almost every atom that makes you will be swapped out for new ones before you finish watching this. Let's start with the fact itself. Stated plainly, your body replaces nearly all of its atoms every 10 years. Not some. Nearly all. The carbon in your skin, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the raw material of you is rented, not owned. It cycles through you like water through a riverbed, and the river doesn't stop to announce which molecules just left. Take a second to feel that. Right now, as you watch this, your cells are actively disassembling. Your skin sheds about 30,000 dead cells per minute, that's roughly 1.5 pounds of skin per year, just flaking away. Your red blood cells live about 120 days before they're recycled. Your stomach lining replaces itself every 3 to 5 days. Some of the atoms that made you smile yesterday are already gone. But here's where it gets strange. Not all atoms leave at the same rate. Your skeleton, the thing you think of as the most permanent part of you, holds onto its atoms for longer. Bone is remodeled continuously, but it moves slower than soft tissue. An adult skeleton completely refreshes itself roughly every 10 years, yes, but the timing is uneven. This means right now there are atoms in your femur that have been part of you since your childhood. Not many. But some. Compare this to your liver, which is maybe the hardest working organ in your body. Liver cells turn over every 300 to 500 days. Your liver is already on its second or third complete generation since the last decade turned. It's remade itself multiple times while your bones are still holding onto echoes of their childhood architecture. Your stomach acid is completely replaced every 3 days. If you ate something toxic, your stomach lining would shed it away faster than your immune system could even catalog the threat. Your intestinal cells? 3 to 5 days. Your white blood cells, your immune system, the physical material fighting off infection right now, most of it will be gone in less than a month. Here's what this means in a way that might keep you awake. Nearly every atom in your body right now will be replaced by the time you graduate, or the time you retire, or the time you've watched this channel for long enough to recognize the narrator's voice. The atoms are temporary. The pattern is what persists. Your brain is the exception, sort of. Neurons, the cells that fire when you think, that hold your memories, are rarely replaced after childhood. The same neurons that recorded your first day of school, the same ones that learned language in fear and love, are still there, still firing. But even those neurons aren't made of the same atoms. The proteins within them turn over. The mitochondria that power them get recycled. Even your oldest memories are stored in cells that are made of atoms younger than your memories themselves. This creates a philosophical vertigo if you sit with it. Your memories are physical. They're stored in the structure of proteins and the connections between neurons. But the atoms making up those proteins are constantly being replaced. The structure persists, the substrate is always changing. It's like a river that seems solid but is made of water that's never the same twice. Consider the timeline. When you were born, the atoms in your body were almost entirely new, passed from your mother through the placenta, gathered from her food, her air, her water. Over your first 10 years, those atoms began a slow turnover. By the time you were 10, half of them were already gone. By 20, nearly all of them were new, except for some stubborn atoms lodged in your skeleton and your brain, holding on like hitchhikers. Now consider this, in 10 years from today, almost none of the atoms that are you right now will be you anymore. That should feel like a small death. Instead, we feel continuous. We feel like ourselves. We feel like the same person who made a promise last week, the same person who experienced an embarrassment 5 years ago, the same person who swore they'd never do